So I got banned from Discord. I know I said I was supposed to be doing that mission, but we're gonna go all the way over here because I don't know what this is. It says something about an egg. That's far. That's far. So yeah, now transportation is the only thing that's really a problem in my life. Um, House Cup. Mm, I got one item. Two. They got the classes, but to have that location where you can just sit up and talk about wand.
Got my eye on a few nearby hamlets.
Ooh, ooh. That thing is far. See, I've been enjoying my open world games. It's a barrier. Godly. On foot? No, it's a barrier, bro. Let's keep going down more. There you go. So yeah, I'm playing these games because I'm a huge fan of the Harry Potter series. And this is my nice little spin-off series. That is far. When did I agree to do a mission like this, though?
Ranrock's vision of goblins ruling over wizards will be.
Speaking of that, um, I wear glasses
Rather
and
dark in there. Never stopped me before.
You're here. Good.
oh wait, is this the? We're going in here.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne,
Slytherin class is just
I need
like
to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look.
because I'm this type of guy.
Unfortunately, there's no name on it. But I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
My character's not a good kid, but he's not a. He's nosy. Like he's nosy. He's an a-hole too.
I'm
So
ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect.
everything I've
By the
been doing,
way,
I've been like
Ominous has been asking
playing.
about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
More than I imagined. Learning about our ancestors was humiliating. See, here it is again, where there's like this like weird there's a weird. It's just weird, given just like the history of like the community, the Hogwarts community, and then amongst the Hogwarts community, we're sneak dissing everyone else. So if you're against the Hogwarts community, these are jabs at our haters or just like what's been reported, what's going on in the school, people affiliated with just like Hogwarts. Um, there's a big hate train out there for Hogwarts now. It's just not taught in the households as it used to be. Um, and I don't need to get into details about that. I feel uh, the catacomb assignment yield more than I imagine because you're not assigned to having sex. I guess. Wait, no. The catacomb assignment yielded more than I imagined. Um, learning about it, learning about our ancestors was humiliating, illuminating. You know, because I mean, like, how else did you get here? I mean, like, you could just sit right here and come to two that you have people. Well, if you've seen people, right? Learning about our ancestors was humiliating, illuminating, illuminating. Meaning, like, wow, we're here. Learning about our ancestors is illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. You see, so I'm in here, I'm just like applying this to like just like the hate train. And in in an area behind the great room which had suffered decay, because we don't really teach such a development anymore that you have to amidst the amid the turnover, what is that? Scarskopoki Huggy. Scar Scarcout Huggy. The turnover to Sarcophagy, I guess. I can't really. I mean, like, I have my tech. Let's see. Oh, wrong thing. We're learning Japanese. Let's see. I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Because I mean, like, no one's using that development anymore. Immediately, I sensed its power because, like, why else can I not? You know, which relic did you find? It's oddly shaped relic. Immediately, I sensed its power. I mean, like, come on now. It's oddly shaped. It's relic. It has power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further if only the removal of the objects were allowed. And that's just me reading into, like, stating that all these little notes is nothing more than um, jabs at the haters. You apply it to all sorts of different things. I don't know if that's like the way it's written. Um, who's even writing these? Do these come from J.K. herself? Because if these come from J.K. herself, then I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to the haters. Um, what do you call people who do that? I would be thrilled to study the relic further, if only the removal of the object was allowed. You know, and yeah, that's digging into a lot. Student report.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Yep, we're going in here. Let me see what you got on. base school uniform. Do school uniform stuff. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Like, I feel like it's a jam. I bet like people who dislike gorgeous in recent history.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Accio! Confringo! Arresto momentum! Descendo! Expelliarmus!
Yup.
Accio! Confringo! Flipendo! Defendo! Arresto momentum! At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't
100.
insects.
Don't start.
Accio! Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. This room is
Okay.
taller than it looks.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Can you get up there?
Levioso. Confringo.
Wait.
Accio.
Okay. Tweaking.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
It's my camera system. It's like stiff in all the wrong spots. Which way do we come from? Clearly not this way.
Accio. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Defendo. Bombarda.
Confringo.
Spatego. Flipendo. Arresto momentum. Compulso. Accio. Confringo.
Yeah. So, you know, in this series we're dealing with just like evil organizations and their need to their need to there we go. So I was wearing this one. That ones were really nice. I don't know, it's bird house. Inventory? Collection? A new hat. Okay.
Confringo. Flipendo. Bombarda.
I knew it was Bombarda.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
You nearly slipped there, but how? It's our first time. Okay. So come down the steps. Go down this way.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
If he stays down there, that's good.
Flipendo. Bombarda. Arresto momentum. Protego. Stupid. Flipendo. Depulso. Defendo. Glacis.
Whoa.
Confringo.
Let's see. Probably should have sold those. You're supposed to sell those, bro. Gotta sell them? I'm in front of the hat.
Accio.
Accio,
Arresto momentum.
because we had Spongify when I was younger. Jump.
There's something here by the altar.
Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
Whoa.
Accio.
Accio refresher.
Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report. Here we go again. And was reminded to leave it where it lay. But research may come before my faulty to the rules. I sent something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English oak wands have powerful intuitions. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. And sorry, I'm reading the game insight versus reading into this. I plan to return it. I plan to return it to. I plan to return it, but first I must ready myself for our next assignment. Learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies. But reading into this, I plan to return it. You know, the beef, the smack talk. But first, I must ready myself for our next assignment. Learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies. Because, I mean, like, if someone's talking to you and they're being disrespectful towards you, just say Imperious. Imperious. Imperious.
What did you find?
Inferiors. That the school is kind of thrown off by one of our own.
Confringo!
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Part of the student's diary is
course.
crazy.
The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
Accio! Confringo! Flipendo! Bombarda! Revelio! Accio! Arresto momentum! Levioso!
The student mentioned bones as the key. Therefore, bone piles must be what we need.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
Puzzles are fun. I find myself in an odd silence while playing them.
Accio!
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Hmm. I'd rather not learn the Imperious Curse. I'd like to learn the Imperious Curse. How do you know the Imperious Curse?
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
Learning other spells from your fellow classmates. It's dangerous.
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Imperio!
Oh, that's cold.
Defender! Glacius! Defender! Accio! Arresto Momentum! Confringo! Accio! Levioso! Confringo!
Okay. Looks like we can't go that way. Oh.
Confringo! Bombarda!
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Revelio! Levioso!
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Descendo! Accio!
That worked. Keep going.
Wingardium Leviosa! Accio!
Missile bone thingy. Okay, what we have?
Revelio!
A spider in there. But there's bones. Okay, what is spider last? Get that. We want that one out. Which one we want out? The circular one.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio.
You are head and shoulders above these bones.
Revelio.
Nicely done.
Accio. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Defendo. Stereo. Repulsor. Revelio. Repulsor. Descendo. Accio.
Oh well, looks like we won't be getting back there.
I see why Slytherin's students are
Revelio.
so entranced with this place.
Yeah, because you guys are God. More than us.
Accio. Imperium. Repulsor. Defendo. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Levioso. Accio. Stupendo. Arresto momentum. Bombarda. Repulsor. Defendo.
Eek.
Glacius. Imperium. Glacius.
I hit Protego. Protego. To just like everything. Man.
That worked. Keep going.
Listen, how do you feel about what she said?
Confringo. Accio. Protego. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Lumos. Descendo. Imperio. Protego. Depulso. Defendo. Accio. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Descendo. Levio. Protego.
Any potions? Died. Yeah. Good old fashioned
That worked.
conclusion.
Keep going.
Give me a second.
Confringo. Accio. Arresto Memento. Protego. Accio.
So I'm about to go grocery shopping.
Protego. Accio. Confringo. Capolso. Imperium. Defender. Glacius. Protego. Capolso. Accio. Confringo.
So this footage is going to be a little bit short.
Accio. Arresto Memento. Confringo. Protego. Imperium. Capolso. Defender. Glacier. Confringo.
That's going to conclude my video for right now.
Descendo.
Just because there's no healing moves. Can't have a healer through. This isn't what you think. It's the biggest troll to come out. Try again. I'm gonna go to the grocery store. Probably go to the grocery store, aka Walmart. Probably get a brand new Gryffindor patch because I need one. Hopefully they still got them out. If not, yeah. If not, I don't think they're gonna have them out. They only have them out for like Halloween and stuff like that. Nah, they probably have them out. Peace.